liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery with the Hubble Space Telescope, our window on the universe.
Wow, never gets old watching those liftoffs. After more than 30 years, the Hubble Space Telescope still providing an incredible window to the universe. And just minutes ago, NASA revealed some new images showing some spectacular sights in space. And we are so excited this morning to be joined live by NASA's Hubble Deputy Project Manager, Jim Gillette, with more on what we can see and where. Good morning, Jim. Great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Well, we're going to start with this brand new collection of images. Tell us what we can see and why these are just so interesting.
Well, we've taken pictures of 1.5 million different objects over, 30 years, and we went into that data and we found 30 objects we've never shared before with the public in honor of the 30th anniversary. And they're kind of interesting because they're part of a thing called the Caldwell Catalog, which amateur astronomers use to look at things from their own backyard. And these are just some beautiful spiral galaxies. You have star clusters that look like jewels on the sky, and those very colorful, beautiful nebulas that Hubble's so famous for. So you kind of get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and we are showing some of those images as you're talking to us this morning. They are just breathtaking, really breathtaking. And you mentioned we can see some of them from our backyard. So tell us how we can find them.
Well, if you go on nasa.gov/Hubble and click the Caldwell Catalog, you can pick your picture, and then it'll give you sky maps to show where to look in the sky. It tells you what time of year you can look to see it. It also tells you what kind of equipment. Some of these are naked eye objects if you're in dark enough skies. Other ones you can see with just binoculars. And some of the further galaxies that are a little bit fainter, you need to have a telescope and get together with somebody, kind of knows how to use it. But a lot of these you can see. So that's the cool thing about them.
Yeah, it's really cool. And the cool thing is also that December, we're told that is one of the best times to stargaze. So tell us some of the things that we can see if we look up, especially those meteor showers. We've been having a lot of them.
Well, you've got one coming Sunday night, Geminids. So you can go in your backyard and just lay down. If it's a cold area, you're going to want a little hot chocolate and a blanket. But you can look up, and at dark skies, you might see as many as 150 an hour of these shooting stars going across the sky. But the big one is on December 21st, and that's where Saturn and Jupiter are almost overlapping in the sky. They'll only be separated by like the width of a dime held at arm's length. And you can see those are easy to find because Jupiter is the brightest thing in the sky with the exception of the moon.
Oh my gosh, I can't get enough of this stuff. Okay, so the Hubble, it was designed to last 15 years, but thanks to all of the upgrades during those missions over the last, decades, here we are 30 years later. So what's next for the telescope?
Well, we're excited because we still have redundancy in all of our critical systems, so we think we can keep making these great observations well into the late 2020s and beyond. And that gives us the opportunity for the next big thing, which is the James Webb Space Telescope, which is supposed to launch at the end of next year. And we want to be there at the same time because we see ultraviolet and visible light. James Webb sees a lot of infrared light. And if we could see the same objects over the same time with that new observatory, then as astronomers, we'll get all kinds of additional information and understand those objects that much more.
All right, looking forward to that. So finally, Jim, before we let you go, we know that you know our area very well. You're a graduate of Penn of the University of Pennsylvania. That's exciting.
Yes, I am.
That you have ties to this area. Anyone you want to say hello to here this morning?
Well, I want to say hello to my mother-in-law.
Oh.
Who hopefully, we'll get to see over the Christmas holidays somehow. It depends on the COVID situation, but I want to say hello, and hopefully we'll get to see you in person.
Absolutely. We hope that you'll be able to have that reunion sooner rather than later. Jim, so great to have you. Jim Gillette, NASA's Hubble Deputy Project Manager. Great to see you this morning.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Have a great weekend. All right. So it is now 6:21. Still